Salutations, second graders. Welcome to Math, Lesson 23 of our mobile learning platform. Today we are talking about fractions on number lines. Friends, we are going to be able to use number lines to compare and order fractions. So you can get out your papers. Today we are on page 295, 296 of your math packet, and I am going to go over with you some number line work. Here we go. All right, friends, so here I drew a number line from 0 to 4. And can you tell me, what do you think that these little extra marks represent? The little purple ones, what do they represent? They're right between the whole numbers. Could you tell me what you think those represent, Max? Half. Very good. So this would be half. This would be 1 and 1/2. 2 and 1/2. And so on. Right on? Awesome possum, friends. Okay, so can you tell me what I would have if I had a skip from here to here? How much is that? It would be 2 1/2, right? Good job, friends. So that's just how we're going to use our number lines. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at your papers now. Get those out and have them ready. Here we go. Alrighty, friends. So number lines can help us understand the order of numbers, fractions, and mixed numbers. So if we were using it to measure which platypus is longer, the top platypus is 1/2 meter long, 1/2 meter long, right? But the second platypus is 2/5 meters long. Well, if you look and you remember, the denominator in a fraction tells you how many parts makes up a whole, right? And then we learned that if we have a whole that we're talking about, then the numerator is the same as the denominator, just like we have here. So if I take a whole and I cut it into fifths, 2/5 is less than 1/2. Right on? So far, so good. Since 1/2 meter is longer than 2/5 meter, the first platypus is longer. So now we're going to fill in the missing numbers on the number line. Are you ready, friends? Here we go. Looking at the number line, I have 0, 1/4, 2/4. What's going to go in the box here before I get to 1? Remember, 1 would be 4/4. So what am I missing here? Jax. 3/4 is correct. Good job. Then we have 1 and 1/4. What would be next? Mila. 1 and 2/4. Right on. Good job. Then we have 1 and 3/4. What comes next? It would be 1 and 4/4, but I already told you that any number over itself is 1. So what's 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1 is 2. Good job, second graders. All right, let's keep going. On number 2, I have 0. Then I have 1/3. What would I have here before I would get to 3/3? 3/3 would be a whole, so that's our 1. So I have 1/3, then what's coming next, Sean? 2/3. Very good job. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. What comes next? I would have 1 and what, Valentina? 1 and 1/3. Excellent. 1 and 2/3, 2. Then we'd have 2 and 1/3. 2 and 2/3. Then we would have 3. Excellent job, second graders. Keep going. We're getting smaller and smaller, right? Okay, Here we go. This one is into eighths. So if we took it and we cut it into eighths, we would have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. What goes in this square here, JJ? 4/8 is correct. Bradley, 5/8 then, 6/8. Good. Giovanni, 7/8, 1 and an eighth, 1 and 2/8. Giovanni, 1 and 3/8 is correct. 1 and 4/8, 1 and 5/8. Then what? Quincy, 1 and 6/8, 1 and 7/8, then 2. Okay, friends, those are number lines, and I'm gonna challenge you, if you have a ruler at home, get it out and take a look. We've talked about it in class, that all rulers have the little lines in between the whole numbers. Those are fractions. Alrighty, let's keep going. We're going to write the length of the skip that the number line shows. So who can tell me what is our skip here for number 4? For the first one on number 4, what is the skip? Sierra? Where we're going all the way to 1, and then we're going to this little piece. And how much is that little piece? Well, here's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So it's going to be 1 and 1/4, or 1 and 1 out of 4 pieces, right? Good job. Do the next one for me, please. Kylie. Okay, so these pieces are cut into 1, 2, 3 pieces, right? Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. We always want to count the spaces, not the lines. 1, 2. So how many do I have? I have a total of 1 and 2/3. Right on? 1 and 2/3. Do you see where I got the 2/3? Each section is cut into 1, 2, 3 spaces. 1, 2. And I stopped here, so I didn't get the third piece, right? I didn't get that one. So it's 1 and 2 out of 3. Okay? Who can tell me the next one? Lola. Well, it jumped all the way over 2, and then how many is each section broken down to? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 2 and what? 2 and 3 out of 5 pieces, right? 2 and 3/5? Good job. All right, drawing a skip to the correct place on the number line takes us from 0 to 1, and then we have to go 5 out of 8. So let's count the spaces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so we're going to jump from the 0 all the way over to the line. Yeah? How many of you agree that I did that right? Good job, second graders. Let's do 2 1/3. Are you ready? Starting at the 0, where am I going to jump to? Well, let's count the spaces. I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They're all cut into thirds, so I need 2 and 1/3. So I need to go from here all the way over to here. Right on? Alrighty. Now, they want us to actually add the fraction, and then they want us to draw the skips, or draw the skips and then add the fraction. Are you ready? What I want to see then, friends, is 2 6 plus 3 6. So you're going to go 2 6 plus 1 2 3 6. And that's going to equal how many 6, Bradley? 5 6. Everybody sees what we did? Let's do the next one. I have 3/8, so I have 1, 2, 3, plus 3/8, 1, 2, 3. So let's go ahead and jump those. Ready? 1, 2, 3, plus 1, 2, 3 gives us what? Emma. 6 out of 8, or 6/8, right? I'm going to let you guys do the other two in this section as best you can. And then we're going to divide. Friends, we're going to work on dividing together. I don't want you to be scared. The numbers get bigger, but it's the same process. So first thing we do when we divide is we look at the divisor and we ask ourselves how it fits into the dividend. So how many times does 3 go into 6? 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Put our line and subtract. 6 minus 6 is 0. Bring down the 9. How many times does 3 go into 9? 3 is correct. Our answer there is 23. So far so good, friends. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract it, we get 0. Doing the next one, same thing. How many 2's can I get out of 4? We always start by looking here and asking how many times the divisor can go into the dividend, right? So I can get 2 times 2 is 4. We all knew that. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract, we have a 0. Bring down the 6. And I have how many 2's go into 6? 3 is the answer, right? 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract, we get 0. Now, I have 123 divided by 7. How many 7's can I get out of 1? Can't. So let's just put a placeholder there. Something showing we looked at it, okay? How many 7's go into 12? 1. 1 times 7 is 7. Subtract. We get 2. 2 minus 7 is, we can't do it. Cross out the 2, cross out the 1. The 1 becomes a 0. The 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. Bring down our 3. We have 7 times 7 is 49. And 3 take away 9, can't do it. Cross out the 3, cross out the 5. The 5 becomes a 4, the 3 becomes a 13, and 4. So 17, what do I do with this 4, Kylie? It becomes a remainder 4. Good. Okay, we have 523 divided by 4. How many 4's go into 5? 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract it. 5 minus 4 is 1. Bring down the 2. How many 4's go into 12? 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract it. 12 minus 12 is 0. Bring down the 3. And can I get any 4's out of 3? No. So that 3 becomes it doesn't become a remainder yet. Good try though. I tricked you. We have to show that we did it and that you can't get any 4's out of 3, right? And then if we wanted to be precise, we'd say 0 times 4 is 0. Subtract 3. Remainder is 3. 130, remainder 3. Right on, second graders? I know, you're doing fine, best you can. Here we go. Don't worry, you have all of third grade to figure out division a little bit better. Here we go. We have 650 divided by 2. How many 2's go into 6? Jacks. 3 is correct. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract it. 0. Bring down the 5. And we have how many 2's go into 5? 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Bring down the 0. And how many 2's go into 10? 5. So 325 is my answer. Second graders, if you need help with division, then just set it to the side and ask me during our tutoring time. That's it for math today. I'll see you soon for some more mobile learning. Bye, guys.